Welcome back, everybody, to this week's live episode of the DCL Duo podcast, brought to you by My Path Unwinding Travel and also our good friends over at WDW Magazine. We've got Stephanie joining us this evening here at the top of the show. Talk a little
Thanks
Disney.
for having me, guys.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to talk a
Yeah.
little Disney Cruise Line news, and Stephanie's going to share the top 3 things she's looking forward to on the Disney Destiny. We're about a week out, a little less than a week now.
We are
until...
less than a week out, Brian. We
Yeah.
are 6 days, 6.5 days if you sort of count by hours, out from Destiny, from boarding, of course. We're gonna start with some news. We're gonna start with news.
And for those of you, wait, hold on. For those of you who are joining us who are like, where are Wes and CT? They are here. And
they're here. They're in the background.
As soon as we finish up our little pre-show segment, we will have Wes and CT come right on to pick up the conversation about the Destiny. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right.
Yes,
Sam,
and
keep
yes,
going.
this is live. Jonathan, you were asked a question. Is this live? And I'm answering your question to tell you, yes, we are live.
Yes.
Okay, so some news. Just less than a week ago, 5 days ago, the Disney Parks blog posted pictures of the Storybook Castle relief that is in the Imagination Garden on the Disney Adventure. It is basically like a Cinderella's castle in a garden. It's beautiful. It's kind of nice to see some progress from the adventure, because I feel like they've been super tight-lipped about the adventure lately. And so that was on the Disney Parks blog. Stephanie, are you getting excited? I mean, it's all Destiny all the time now, but are you getting excited for adventure?
I am. I mean, I've been excited for Adventure since they announced it, just because it's such a different kind of ship for Disney. And I do think that they want to keep a lot secret until they get the ship to Singapore, and guests and press and whoever is going on get to actually talk about the ship, because it's not like Destiny is Wish with a new outfit on it, right? And I'm very excited about that, don't get me wrong, but we've never seen a ship like this.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the next piece of news, 3 days ago, the Walt Disney Company announced $1 million in relief efforts for Jamaica from Hurricane Melissa. Of course, as people probably saw on social media and on news outlets, just devastating damage from Hurricane Melissa to Jamaica. And so I think it's wonderful to see Disney Cruise Line, of course, has had a presence in Jamaica for many years now. And so I'm really glad to see them putting their money where their mouth is and putting a donation into hurricane relief efforts. Okay. We also saw the cross-section artwork just yesterday of the Disney Destiny. I mean, basically everything after this is Destiny news, because of course we also saw the Disney Destiny arrive in Port Canaveral last night. And then last but not least, we heard today the official announcement. I'll tell you confidentially, Stephanie and Brian and I did already know about this, but the christening is officially scheduled for November 10th. So it's the first day of our preview. It's our embarkation day. It will be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and it was going to be live streamed on the internet by Disney Cruise Line. So everybody will get to watch, while some of us are either at the ceremony or on board the ship, participating in the ceremony in some different way. So from what we understand, some of the guests who are on our preview will be able to disembark and be at the port, but it's limited space there. So some of the guests will stay on board to participate and watch the christening from on board. But Stephanie, you excited about this? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so excited. The last christening that I was at was the Wish, which they did also the day that we embarked the Wish for the media cruise. And again, it was very small. One person from an outlet was allowed to go, and everybody else was hanging back, and then we all got on the ship together. And it was amazing. Like, there were fireworks. Anika Noni Rose was there singing. It was just such a beautiful, special thing to be a part of, that I, as a little girl, I would have never thought, oh, I'm gonna get to see a Disney cruise ship be christened.
So
yes, absolutely.
Stephanie, I got to know, do you want to share what are you going to be wearing? What's your costume going to be? You a hero or a villain?
I am hero all the way. But I feel like I'm going to be in the minority on this cruise because I think everybody is going to be very villain dress up. Honestly, I have been so busy that I have not put in any more thought other than the fact that I am going to wear these gold Destiny ears and I have the matching gold and black Destiny bag. So it's going to be something with those. That's all I have so far, guys.
Those are beautiful. I love
I have
them.
5 days to pack. I don't know what we're going to do.
And we got someone asking in the chat if we've heard the ship songs yet, and yet we have heard the new horns that she played coming in, and we were just talking about that off air. It's "Go the Distance" from Hercules, Hakuna Matata, and Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
And the ship
folks
will also have all the previous songs loaded into it as well.
Right. And if folks were watching from the port cam yesterday, there's a recording. You can obviously, a lot of people have posted on YouTube. I know WDW Magazine has a bunch of the horn recordings on their socials as well. And so you can listen to all the songs. So like Grim Grinning Ghosts and When You Wish Upon a Star and A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes, or all kinds of stuff. So really great horn stuff. Vanessa's asking, have they said who the godmother or godparent will be? And the answer is no, we do not know yet. We know with the last 2 Wish class ships, they did groups of people. So the Wish was Make-A-Wish kids. And then the Treasure was Disney cast members as a group. So if they're sticking with that theme, it will be another group, but that doesn't necessarily mean they will.
I'm going to put this over into the queue for CT. I think he should ask us prognostications on who the guy, because I have some thoughts. I've shared them with Sam, and I'm happy to share them with our listeners out there, but I don't want to derail this conversation. So
yes. Absolutely. Well, lots to look forward to. Now, Stephanie, Brian has previewed this at the beginning of the show that we were going to ask you the top 3 things you are looking forward to for the Disney Destiny when we sail with you in 6 days.
6 days. Wow. Well, I do have 3. They're not in any particular order because depending on my mood, it's going to really shift around. But I'll start with the first one, which is the Sanctum. If you remember back in August, I got to go to Germany and go on the ship and see some of the spaces. And the Sanctum was one of the ones that was closest to being finished. It wasn't 100%. The props weren't installed. The bar wasn't filled up. But a lot of like the woodwork, the tables, everything. And it looked so great. I love Marvel. I really love Doctor Strange. I think he's like a very strange superhero, right? And I'm really into that quirky kind of thing. So I think this is going to be great. And also all of the drinks there, mocktails and cocktails, look like they are going to be super magical. So I cannot wait to go. I have a picture of me when the bar isn't finished in my hard hat in the Sanctum, and I can't wait to go get one hard hatless.
I love it. I love it. All right. What's your second thing you're looking forward to? In no particular order.
Yeah, in no particular order. Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King, I think, is going to be amazing. We did preview some of the food back in April at a different press preview event. And I love Boma and Sanaa and all of those kinds of flavors at Animal Kingdom Lodge and at Animal Kingdom. And the food really reminded me of that. So I'm very excited for that. I also really love the format of Frozen, Arendelle Frozen Dining Adventure and Coco on the Treasure. So I'm excited to see how Lion King is brought into kind of the 21st century now. We actually watched Lion King on the weekend, the original one, just to see how well it held up because we haven't watched it in a couple years. Music's still great, animation is still beautiful, and now I feel prepared to go try to find all sorts of Easter eggs hidden in the restaurant that I'm sure will be there. So that's really exciting. And my last one is, no surprise to Sam, Hercules. The sequel of Hercules. I cannot wait. Great songs, great music. I think it's such an underrated Disney movie. Obviously, it's kind of got a cult following and it's having a moment now. Danny and I were actually in London and We opted not to see the West End version, even though it's going to be very different than whatever is happening on the ship. But I was like, no, I need my first fully on stage Hercules production to be on the Destiny. So, Hercules, can't wait for it.
Nice.
Love it, Stephanie. Fantastic. Well, I'll be sitting there with you, Stephanie. We're gonna. I like row 4. I don't know what row you like to sit in, but
Right.
that's
We
what
can
I
have
always go for.
drinks at the Sanctum to discuss our views on
Yeah.
Hercules. It's all happening next Monday, so we're so excited, so excited. Can't wait to see you there, Stephanie.
Can't wait to see it.
Well, Stephanie, tell folks how they can get the WDW magazine and the forthcoming DCL magazine as well.
You can head on over to our website. It's wdw-magazine.com. And from there, you can find our blog where we have WDW, but also DCL blogs almost every single day. We also have all of our social media links there to our at WDW Magazine and at DCL Magazine channels and at DLR Magazine. And our shop is there too, so you can see we have a few copies left still of our Disney Cruise special that we did this year as kind of our float test. And it was really well received. We sold a lot of copies and people were begging us to do more. So next year we're going to be very early in the year, we're going to be putting on sale our official subscription, our membership for DCL Magazine. So we're very excited about that. We've also just launched a cruise news monthly newsletter. So if you head on over to our website, find our cruise stuff, you can always sign up for that too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And don't forget, if you use code DCL Duo, all caps, you will get 10% off in the WDW Magazine store for any of their products.
Yeah, for any of our things. And we have some cute cruise t-shirts and things like that too. So the holidays coming up and all sorts of new sailings coming up, family matchies, not a bad idea.
Oh, love that. Love that. Awesome.
Well, Stephanie, as always, thank you for spending some time with us. We really appreciate it.
Me.
And
I can't wait to see you guys in person in just a week.
All
We'll
right.
see you in less than a week. Awesome. Thanks
See
so
you,
much,
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Bye. All right. The guests of honor have
Look
arrived.
at that. Look at that. That was magical, Brian. That was such a great transition you did there. Good job. Good job, producer.
Thank you. Oh. Well, let's welcome CT and Wes. Wes, you need no introduction. The DCL Dude. We love Wes. I've gotten a chance to meet him in person a couple of times, had him on the show a few times, and of course, big fans of his show. And so super excited to have Wes on this evening. So big welcome to Wes. And then we've got CT, fan favorite.
Prognosticator
fan
with
favorite.
the tinfoil mouse ears.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Guys, thanks.
Yeah.
I saw someone in the chat saying that CT and I were off screen eating some chocolate souffle. I can only wish that were the case. That would be phenomenal, but that is unfortunately not in front of me at the moment.
It wasn't in the green room, Ryder. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't know why I even agreed to come on if that wasn't part of it.
It'll be in the next one, rest assured.
Yeah, I tell you, people love it when we have you on, Wes, because they always say that this is the DCL multiverse when we have you on.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
The blending of their two favorite DCL podcasts,
Yep.
And one of my favorite clips on Instagram is still that one of us all reacting to the announcement of those ships. Like, it comes up every once in a while. I love it.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, CT, I think we are handing hosting responsibilities over to you, my friend, as the special guest host of the evening. He's rolling up the sleeves. So, CT, take it away, man. We're at your disposal.
We're at your mercy.
All right, so I took a little bit of inspiration from some of the other shows I've been listening to lately. Kind of a start, sit, drop format, but we're not going to do all three. But I want you to be prepared because just like the Destiny, there are heroes and villains on this podcast today. So we're going to hit you with a few what is everyone like, but then be careful because you may get cornered to talk about the one you're least excited for.
I love it.
And explain why. All right, so we'll start. We were just talking about horns, which is a great lead into the first one. 3 new horns, Hakuna Matata, Go the Distance, and Cruella de Vil. So for that, Wes, what is your favorite of those 3?
This one is easy for me. It's Go the Distance, and the reason is because I I'll go to my grave saying that "Go the Distance" is Disney's best song in a animated feature film, and I like every time I hear it, I get chills, and you have it just gives you all the feelings, and I absolutely love that song. Every time it's played in one of the shows in the Walt Disney Theater, whether it be in a show like Believe or Dreams or anything like that, like I love that song. I love it, and I was so excited to see that the Destiny is featuring it from as one of their horns, and I love that it's like 30 seconds long too. They they did it well. So
Yes.
easy one for me. Go the Distance for sure.
All right, how about you, Sam?
I will find my way. I can go the distance. Clearly. I mean,
love it.
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I'm with Wes on this. Like, go the distance. I'm not sure I'd call it the best of songs from the animated, because I have to say, Out There from Hunchback might beat it.
That's a good
Another
one.
great, I mean, that's another great ballad, right? But like,
Yes.
it is in that top category of amazing ballads from like wonderful, underrated animated films. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic song. I'm also hardcore Team Hero, always, like
Yes.
forever Team Hero, not ever going to be Team Villain. So I'm not, even though I like Cruella as a villain, I'm not going to choose Cruella. And I love Hakuna Matata, but I would say like Circle of Life is the better song from Lion King. So that would have, that would have made it kind of harder. But no, Go the Distance, absolutely.
Yeah, Circle of Life is an interesting one. Why didn't they do that one? Now you've
I
got
think
me
it's
really
just
thinking about that one.
I bet it's just harder to do with the horns because there's so much like vocal movements and stuff in that song. I just think it's more
Probably.
complicated.
Uh,
Yeah, Hakuna Matata
and-
is a little more simple.
Well, it's a jazz, right? It's a
Yeah.
jazz song. There's horns. It fits. How about
Yeah.
you, Brian? What's your top one?
I'm gonna buck the trend. Even though I'm Team Hero, I gotta go with Cruella de Vil. Is
I knew
such
you
a
were gonna pick
classic
Cruella.
song. And I'm a big fan of not the animated movie, but the Cruella movie that they did with not Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah,
He loves that movie.
So I'm.
That's a great one on Funnel Vision at night too. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever experienced that. That's a fun one to watch on Funnel Vision.
Yeah. So I feel like Cruella is such a classic villain song. I think it's going to be a good one. So yeah.
It's a solid choice.
Okay. All right. Well, I refuse to call any song bad, so we're not going to cover what your least favorite is of that because Disney's
No, they're all
done
good.
a job.
No, there's no
Honestly,
least fit. Yeah.
all of them are good. It's just a matter of like which one is like hits you in the feels. And I feel like, Go the Distance is exactly what hits me in the feels.
And I really love that they featured songs of spaces that are on the ship. I think that's cool that was sort of what they're showcasing. I think they did a really good job with that.
It's interesting they don't have like a Marvel, so like the Marvel theme or something playing, given the heroes and villains kind of thing, and then the decor all over the characters all over the ship. It's kind of interesting they didn't put that one on there. So
I'm
even
actually
like the Marvel
gonna-
theme song, like the Avengers Assemble, like that would be cool to be be as a horn, but maybe they can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So next one we're going to talk about is restaurants. So we've got 3 to talk about. Sam, we'll let you go
Do
first.
we have 3 to talk about?
We only have one to talk about.
Wait, we have 3 to talk about. We have Worlds of Marvel, which is Multiverse 706 in this particular one, I'm assuming, right? I think that's the Keel number. 1923, and then we have Pride Lands Festival, or Feast of the Lion King. Sam, what are you most excited about on this one?
There's no question on this one. This is a no-brainer. We already have 1923 and Marvel on 2 other ships. I'm not knocking them. I actually really like both of those restaurants. But the one to look forward to is Pride Lands, because we're going to have a new show. We're going to have a completely new theming, and we're going to have a new menu, right? So like for all of those reasons, we have to be looking forward to Pride Lands. I'm sure there's going to be lots of different performers in Pride Lands as well. I'm a huge fan of The Lion King on Broadway. I'm also, of course, a huge fan of the original animated film, but I could see like this being like the Broadway show come to life at dinner. And I mean, how can you go wrong with that? It's going to be incredible. I just have a feeling.
Perfect. All right, Brian, I want to know what your second is on this one. 'Cause I think I know your first already.
I
So what
mean,
is the second one for you on this ship?
so I want to say one
What's
thing.
your
I'll tell you my second choice. I want to say one thing about Pride Lands. We've been hearing consistently good things about the food on Pride Lands,
Yes.
so I'm really looking for that. My
Great
second,
news.
my second favorite. I mean, it has to be 1923. I mean, the food there is really, really good. So it has to be 1923. So yeah, I don't even think I can have any. I have nothing more to say about it than that as a second choice.
Okay, so then I'm gonna force Wes to Wes, tell us why we're excited. Be the villain. Tell us why we're excited for Worlds of Marvel.
The salmon. The answer is the salmon, Wes. That salmon.
Yeah, there you
dish.
go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these restaurants. The food is great, and if you're a Marvel fan, it's a fun themed restaurant. They keep you entertained like throughout the course of your dinner. They'll I think the show is some sort of like a Guardians of the Galaxy show,
Yep.
right? Where is it Groot and Rocket are doing some musical?
It's not. It's
Did
night
they
two.
have they named it?
It's night two from the treasure.
Yeah, I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
that
Yeah.
it does have a name, but it is, yes, you're exactly right. It's Groot and Rocket, and it's a much better show than the night one show, which is the
Yes,
only one
yeah.
on the Witch. Yeah.
Right. And so I mean it's a relatively immersive experience. You're gonna have a good time. It's just not, for whatever reason, not my favorite. And it's a repeat restaurant on all the ships. And it's great. It's just not my favorite. So, but you'll really enjoy it. I don't think I did very well, CT, at telling you why you'll love Worlds of Marvel, but
The
This
music
time
is
you sold
great.
it.
Don't forget, Wes, the music is fantastic. You get trivia in between like the show elements
Yeah.
in this restaurant as well. So it's not scored trivia, but you could score amongst your own table.
Right.
I think it's really fun. And I honestly think that salmon dish on the menu is like, bar none, it was my favorite dish on the treasure.
Is
So
that a
I'm
night?
like,
Is that a night two menu item though?
yes, it's a
Okay.
night 2 menu item, so it should be on, unless they've changed the menu. I'll be mad if they do a different menu, but if they do the same menu as they've done on the treasure with the same show, then my favorite salmon dish is gonna be on.
This
Yeah.
is a good question rolling in. What is going to happen for night two at Pride Lands for the 5-night cruises? It's a great question. I don't know.
I'll tell you, the answer is it's not gonna be a show because not everybody's gonna go there twice, so there's not gonna be any show. So if you're there for Pirate Night, you're gonna have a pirate menu. If you're not there for Pirate Night, if you're there but for a second night, you're gonna have the Let the Magic Begin menu most likely.
Yep.
Which is what you get on a 5-night cruise.
Correct,
on
because
any
they
of the-
got to make it fair for all the guests on the ship. Yeah, you can't have
And-
multiple
and there's
shows
not enough-
when people aren't going to go twice.
There's not enough 7 itineraries for them to do something different. They'll just load in other specialty menus. Agreed.
Correct.
I would
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say
like-
one thing about Pride Lands though before we move on?
Nope, I'm the
I
villain.
What'd you say?
Said nope. I'm the villain. Go ahead.
Oh. I just think this I'm more excited for this restaurant than I have been for any of the other new feature restaurants. I just think this has the potential to be my favorite across the fleet. I grew up with Lion King being like the movie of my childhood, and the music is so good, and I love that they have build it as like a musical storytelling of the movie. And I saw someone comment, they're gonna have the "He Lives in You" song, which is from the Broadway show in New York, which is one of my favorite songs from that whole from the whole play. Like it's gonna be so good, and the performers are gonna be fantastic. The music is just gonna blow you away. I think it's gonna be a really, really fun experience.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this is probably going to be my favorite show,
Yeah.
dinner show across the fleet. Like I think it's going to beat Arendelle. I think it's going to beat Coco. I don't know about food. I'm going to put a question mark.
Yes.
But only because I really love the food at Plaza de Coco. So I'm not, it'll be hard to see how the food compares in a completely different ethnic type of food. But show wise, I think Lion King's going to blow them all away.
Yep. Completely agree.
All right. Next one is you need a little afternoon pickup. All right. So your options are Cafe Mirda, Cafe Megra, or Edna a la Mode Sweets.
I know exactly where I'm going.
So we'll start with Brian on this one.
I'm definitely
Brian,
going
where
to
would
the.
you go for the afternoon?
I'm going to the closest cafe with coffee. There's like zero question. Given our Instagram history and what people know about, there's zero question. I'm going to whoever has coffee and is closest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
all
not
right.
going to care about the theming on the coffee shops. He'll go to Cove Cafe if it's closest. He'll go wherever's
It's
closest.
grown on me on these Wish Class ships. As far out of the way as it is, it makes it kind of like a relaxing spot. So like I don't mind taking the walk to get there because it's usually like a nice, chill, relaxing spot to be at. So yeah.
Well, it's kind of hit the point, right, where so many folks have given up on the adult-only pool that there's no one over there. Is that what?
Yeah. Well,
Is that the magic?
Our pro tip for that adult-only pool is do a back-to-back cruise, get off the first cruise in your swimsuits, get back on the second one, and head straight there and take it over for the afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'll write that one down.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tip.
All right, Wes, what about you?
I mean, I'll give an answer. I'll go Megara. I love Hercules, and I think it's really cool that they have done this with the Wish Class ships. I think this is a great addition that the fantasy, the other ships don't have, is just these kind of, I'll call them pop-up cafes, even though they're not pop-up. Just the ones that are a little bit more convenient than the Cove Cafe if you want to get some kind of specialty coffee or some other kind of specialty drink. You just have a little bit more accessible than going all the way up to the Cove Cafe. So I'll take Cafe Megara.
Okay.
He stole
And
it. He
He
stole
stole
it
it?
from me. He stole it from me, Wes.
Well-
So I would choose Cafe Megara because I love Meg. I'm gonna sing, I won't say I'm in love while I'm there.
Yep.
I'm gonna just enjoy that space. But I will
I don't know if
pick
I'm singing it out loud, but I'll probably be singing it in my head.
in your head, yeah. But I'll choose. I'll go different then, and I'll choose Edna's a la Mode Sweet Shop. I'm probably not going to eat anything there because most of the pastries are too sweet for me and I'm not a sweets person, but I'm going to go there to take pictures like of myself next to Edna, and I'm going to take pictures of all the really cool looking sweets. I think it's a really great spot on all of the Wish Class ships, like the Sweet Shop, and of course on the Dream and the Fantasy as well. They just have it like really well themed on every single one of the ships. And so I'm super looking forward to, an incredible themed sweet shop, but specifically Edna and her judgy looks and all of that. I love that. So I'm totally going to be taking lots of pictures there, even though I probably won't buy any sweets.
No capes.
No capes. I was just gonna say that.
No capes. That's right. Oh yeah, and I'll
Rest
pick
in-
up Tracy some ice cream. Yeah, there you go, Tracy. She'll want
Rest
some.
rest in peace. My favorite prognostication
Do you-
was Edna doing kids over as superheroes.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
That
was
would have
a
been
super hit.
amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
That would have been so
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
do you guys think
Alright.
those sweet shops do well on these cruises?
It's
think
funny
they-
because we've offered Nathan a couple of times. I'm like, look, I can give you charging privileges. So if you want to go get some ice cream or something from the sweet shop, you can. He's like, no, I'm good with the included soft serve. So like, yeah.
Some kids
They
are
keep
really
doing 'em.
though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like some kids and adults are really into like all the like different ice cream flavors and the gelato flavors and all of that. And some people are really into like the fancy cupcakes. Our kid is not into the fancy cupcakes, and he would rather
Yeah.
chocolate vanilla swirl soft serve than probably any other dessert, including in the dining rooms. So he's not like, and I'm also just not a sweets person. So I think we're not a great example of people who eat
Yeah.
at the sweets shop. But I do think, I mean, they always seem to be busy. But I do think the ice cream sales are where they make most of the money. I don't think people buy those pastries and like cupcakes as much because they're really beautiful, but they really don't taste very good. They're just too sweet, all of those things.
Do you remember there was like a period of time when all anyone could talk about was the tip was, oh, you go to the ice cream shop and you order the giant sundae and you have it delivered to you.
And have it delivered to the dining room?
I have not seen
Yeah.
that happen a single time.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
And that's what I was wondering. And my family's the same way, Sam. Like, we're not really sweets people. So and maybe that's the reason it feels to me like it's not so popular, just because we don't have a whole lot of interest in it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people really love it, and it's always something that they focus on, like, hey, look at what we're doing on these new ships. And it's just not one of those like selling points for me. But very well themed, I will give you that. They're all very well themed. They're fun to just walk around in, and like you said, take pictures. I was just curious what you guys thought on how popular they were.
The
Yeah.
majority of the folks I know and have gotten to know in this community live and die by the soft serve machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
same. That's my
Yes.
family.
Yeah.
Yes. Either chocolate vanilla swirl or banana, as
My kids are really into the banana. You too, Brian? You like the
I
banana?
love banana.
Brian loves it.
Oh,
Brian,
love
Brian
it.
and I both love the banana.
What?
Actually.
No way.
And
Yeah.
our other pro tip is go to the soft serve machine. You can get the chocolate ice cream, or I get the banana ice cream, and I walk next door to the bar and I have them turn it into an adult beverage. So
There you
it's pretty good.
go. Brilliant. Yeah, love it.
All right, next
I like
one.
to get the vanilla ice cream and then go put some coffee in it and have a little.
Oh, that's a
affogato.
great
Oh,
idea.
you got a little affogato. I
That's
like
a
it.
great
Yeah,
idea.
I like
Yeah,
it.
that's what I like doing.
All right, while we're talking about fantastic drinks, let's talk about the lounges. I think
All
there are
right.
some great lounges that have been coming out in the whole Wish class. That's been, other than I would say maybe Star Wars, it's been home run after home run.
Yes.
We have 3 great ones on this ship. I'm excited to see the Cast and Cannon, DeVille's, and the Sanctum. So, Wes, which lounge are you most excited for coming up on the ship?
This is the hardest question so far. I think I really like the theme in all of them. I'm really excited to see all of them. You don't hear a whole lot about the Sanctum, so I'm really intrigued about what that's going to be. But I'm gonna go with Cask and Cannon, and the reason is because I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that theme. I think it's past due that that it gets a dedicated space on one of these ships. I thought it would have fit really well on the Treasure, but that's also just like that's more my type of scene. Like that's more my type of lounge. It's kind of like sports bar-y. I love that they have beers on tap that are specific to the ship, that they're made for the ship. And it's just a really fun place to hang out, get a drink, hang out with friends. You can catch a game if there's one on. And they have really good buffalo wings, as a matter of
They
fact.
do.
They
They
do.
do. Shout
They
out
have
to the
really
buffalo wings.
They are really good. So I'm going to go with Cask and Cannon, although I can't wait to spend time in all of them. They're all going to be really good.
All right, Brian, what do you think?
I'm looking
Of our
forward
lounge.
to DeVille's because that bar on the other ships, especially the Treasure, like the drinks are really good. The bar staff is really good. It annoys me to no end. I can't get in there in the evening for the music most of the time because it's just packed, and I really want to go sit in the piano bar and have like a good cocktail. But like I've had generally good experiences in that space on the other 2 Wish class ships, and so I'm really looking forward to DeVille's. I'm kind of excited to see what they do with it.
Plus,
This is
we're
in
gonna
place
have
of the Aristic. Oh, sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, same as where the Aristocats bar at the Scat Cat, and then also the it's the Nightingales on the
Nightingale.
Wish. But also, there's going to be a piano in there, and Matt Grinke, who I'm sure he's not watching because he's on the ship right now. But Matt Grinke is the musical director on the Destiny. He was on the Treasure when it opened. He was on the Wish when it opened, and he's going to be just like what do they call it? To tapping the ivories, whatever.
Tickling the
Tickling
ivories.
the ivories in that bar, and it's going to be a fantastic thing to listen to and to see because he is just so talented. So to me, that's the reason to be in that bar. But I'm gonna jump in and say the Sanctum here because I love me some Avengers, and I'm gonna feel like I'm in New York City. I'm in the Sanctum. I'm gonna see, that window-looking thing. There's gonna be cool woodworking throughout the restaurant. They're gonna have some cool drinks that look like they're upside down and stuff. Like, I just think it's gonna be a really cool space. I actually really like the space on the Wish and on the Treasure. Of course, it's the Bayou on the Wish and it's the Skipper Society on the Treasure. I know some people don't like that it's open. I like that it's open. It also means it's kid friendly. So like we can sit and hang out there and do trivia with Nathan while we're also having a cocktail. We can just sit there and do crafts when they're doing craft activities. Like there's going to be a lot going on there. And I just think it's like a very fun hub of the ship on all of the Wish class ships. So I think the theming is going to be really cool. And yeah, I'm going to be pretending I'm in New York City.
Perfect. All right. So now we're going to talk tower suites. And we're actually going to compare them across the Wish class.
Thanks everybody for listening. It's been a great show.
Rooms we will never stay in for $500, Alex.
So on the Wish, it's a Moana suite. On the Treasure, it's the Epcot Tomorrow suite. And then on the Destiny, it's the Tony Stark suite. Of those, Wes, which one do you think is the best one?
I don't know. I mean, I'm intrigued by the Tony Stark, themed suite. I think that has the potential to be really cool. But I'll tell you the Epcot. What's the official name of it again? What
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrowland. Is it? Yeah, it's just it's beautiful, and it's, if you're a fan of the theme parks, like you really get that vibe. Like the main feature chandelier in that in the living room, I guess you'd call it, is really cool. You kind of get Spaceship Earth vibes from that. It's if you're a theme park fan and an Epcot fan in particular, like you sort of get that vibe when you're in the suite. So I'm gonna go with that one. Although I love Iron Man. I would say he's my favorite Avenger. And I haven't seen it with my own eyes yet, so I'm just gonna go with what I know. And I really, really like the Tower Suite on the Treasure, so I'm gonna go with that one.
All right, so we're gonna switch it up for you, Sam. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Best mini in the Wish class ships.
Ooh,
Captain
best
mini, Adventurer mini, or Superhero mini?
This is so easy. This is the easiest question I've ever been asked in my whole life. The answer is clearly Hero Mini. There is no better mini in the Wish class than Hero Mini. I'm Captain Mini, you get a special mention. Adventurer Mini, you get an honorable mention. But no question, Superhero Mini. I've got a special bound planned for the preview cruise, and just stay tuned. I'll just say that.
That's awesome.
Okay.
With conviction. That's impressive.
It's like you're getting a sense of what we've been talking about in our house for the last 6 months. Yeah.
No better mini. Hero Mini all the way. I'm not sure they can create a better mini than they created with Hero Mini. I'm going to just put that out there.
All right, then the next one for you, Brian. Activities. Funnel Vision, Aqua Mouse, or Trivia?
Ooh,
that's so tough. I'm going to go Aqua Mouse. Trivia is a close second. Funnel Vision I love just having on, but yeah, I'm going to go Aqua Mouse. I love all of the little shows that they've put together, and when it works, like on the Wish it had its problems, but on the Treasure it seems to have worked flawlessly, and so I'm hoping it still works flawlessly on the Destiny. I think it's just a really fun little like water coaster ride kind of thing. Not as good as the Aqua Duck in my opinion, but still a fun little ride.
There's unique plays for this one, correct? Like unique video for the Destiny, right? The Treasure kind of had a unique story. Is there no unique story for this
one? It's the same as the Treasure. It's going to be the same 3 shows. So the Wish only had 2 shows. The Treasure, they added a 3rd. This one's going to have the exact same 3 as the Treasure.
I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
I know, they should have done a hero themed one.
They really should have. Yeah. And in the past, I think with the Treasure, they came out, it was one of those things that they were like, hey, this new ship has this new show in the Aqua Mouse as one of the things to kind of look forward to, and they did not do that with the Destiny for whatever reason.
Can I go back to the Tower Suite for just 1 second and say, missed opportunity. So the Moana suite was supposed to have these like accents and light up things that clearly got value engineered kind of out of the thing. I'm tell you what, they should have brought that back for the Tony Stark suite. And when you walked in, it should have been like firing up whatever it was. Friday. Would you like me to turn the lights on for you, Mr. Stark?
Yes,
they should have
yes.
done it. It would have I would have loved to have seen that. Yeah.
That would be really cool.
All right.
I mean,
perfect. So
Howard, clearly.
all right. So we're gonna. This one's for all three of you. We'll go back to that format. The next one's the entertainment. I've got Hercules. You've got Frozen on the ship. And to be quite honest, Seize the Adventure's not a bad show to start the cruise. Sam, as the musical expert of the DCL Duo and the greater DCL community, what is the show you're looking forward to most?
I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be Hercules because, you know, we always have to know what chef has that's new, as they say in Ratatouille. And, you know, Hercules, the musical, it's, you know, on stage. It hasn't been on stage outside of the West End for like 20 years. They had a, you know, previous version. It was called Hercules the Musical that was on Disney Cruise Line, that was beloved by many people. I never got to see it in person, but I've watched it on YouTube. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to this show. I have heard from insiders that it is, one word, spectacular. That's what I've heard. And I've also heard better than the West End production, and I'm not at all surprised because with the West End
how is
production,
that possible? Like,
well,
it's
because
the
the West
West
End
End of
production,
London. Like,
yes, but because they had to take a movie and make it longer, it's easier to replicate a movie on stage and maybe cut a little bit and make it a little bit shorter than to add a bunch of new stuff that a lot of people are going to like and make it longer. So yeah, I will say honorable mentions go to both Frozen and Seize the Adventure. Seize the Adventure is the best of the, I'll call it, variety shows that Disney has put on their ships. And Frozen is a fantastic production. And I will say, and I have said this before on the show, better than the production they had at Disney's California Adventure and better than the Broadway show. I think the DCL version beats both of those productions.
All right, Sam, can we agree that if either of the gentlemen on here with us tonight answer anything but Hercules, they're wrong?
They're out. You just boot them out of the show. Yeah. I mean, but
Okay,
they're not
all right,
going.
perfect.
They're
the
they're not
best
that
show on
wrong.
the ship is the mixologist at Hook's Barbary. I mean,
Okay, all right. All right. So on the note of the Hercules obviously being the one that we're most excited for, Wes, what about that show besides the music? Because we know you love Go the Distance. Are you excited for most about Hercules?
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite movies. So I love the story, and I love you know, just the way it makes you feel, and you know, I guarantee you'll leave the theater feeling all the emotions. But I love that it's the same team that brought us Moana, the Tale of Moana on the Treasure, which was absolutely phenomenal. It blows you away, and you are literally, at times while you're sitting there, you're like, I can't figure out how they did that. And I think that's what I'm most excited for, is just to see the production and the way that Disney is able to take a story and fit it onto a stage on a cruise ship. And just the effects and the puppets and the lights and the, you know, it's just, the whole production is going to be incredible, and I'm really excited to see that and to see how they bring it to life. And to Sam's point earlier about, they used to have a Hercules show on Disney Cruise Line. When they first announced this, I was so disappointed, because I was just like, why are they repeating something they've already done? And I don't feel that way at all anymore. I think this is going to be, you know, completely new, a completely new experience. The images that they've shared, I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be so well done.
I'm usually Team Wes on repeating stuff. Like, I do not want to see repetitive stuff across these ships. So yeah, but I'm truly excited for Hercules. So yeah.
I kind of, part of me kind of hopes that they take Hades, which is my favorite villain, and the best villain. That's the right answer. Certainly tonight, anyway. I hope they treat it a little bit like the genie, where there's a little bit of new shtick and comedy coming out of him.
I was just gonna say that
he is the other character, like the genie, that has that kind of stand-up role in the Disney, cartoon animated feature anthology, right? So
Well, and the puppetry is going to be, just see the behind the scenes that they revealed, and the scale of that stuff. It's cool on the treasure with Tale of Moana. I think they've gone to like a whole nother level this time around with like multiple large scale puppets on stage. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really cool to see.
if there's a baby Pegasus, there will be no containing Sam's excitement.
I
If
love
there's a
baby.
baby Pegasus.
Oh my God, they
Perfect.
might have a baby Pegasus, like, small puppet, and then they could have, like, a full-size
Sized.
big Pegasus, like Max
Ma-
and,
Max.
yes, and, like, Sven. Oh my God,
Sven.
I'm going to die. I honestly, I can't.
How
I
about a
have to
Pegasus?
say
How about a Pegasus towel animal in the shop?
oh
There
my
you go.
God, a Pegasus towel animal. Okay, I gotta read this comment from Blue Skies and Sunshine. By the way, love your name. Yes, indeed. But Blue Skies and Sunshine is saying that they think they could adapt Phil also to be kind of the genie-esque character, right? Philip Tides,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The satyr
that.
who trains Hercules, right? He could also do some of that like ad-libbing where they change it up every so often. So both characters I think actually could do that. I think that would be really, really awesome. But
Perfect.
anyway, super exciting. And
All right,
Hades is fantastic. I agree with you, CT.
Okay. Last one. I know we're excited for the Destiny, and that's what tonight's about. But for you guys, are you more excited for the Destiny, the Adventure, or for the first Meridian class ship? And we'll start with you on this one, Brian.
That one. So like Sam and Hero Mini, I have no question in my mind. The new Meridian class ship. I cannot wait to see what they do and where they go. I think it opens up some possibilities for the cruise line we haven't seen. As I'm super excited to see what they do with a complete sort of redesign of the ships. And yes, I cannot wait. I just cannot wait. Yeah.
By the way, I gotta give a shout out. The Meridian class was coined by CT. So like we don't know what Disney is actually calling the ships, but as we refer to them as the Meridian class. But that's CT's prognostication about what that class is called, and that's going to be those.
I actually think it's going to be
smaller
the
ships.
Enchantment class.
Well, sure, but I mean, it could be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
project
Meridian
name,
class.
right?
Yeah.
Right, like Triton is the project name. A lot of people still call the Wish class the Triton class.
Triton
It's
class.
not. The project name was Triton. So once the Wish came out, they became the Wish class ships, just like the Dream and the Fantasy or Dream class, the Magic and the Wonder or Magic class. But I think the project name would be awesome if it was Meridian. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
I'll let Wes answer that question
yeah.
next, and then I'll go last.
Wes,
I
is it
basically
Destiny Adventure?
I basically could have said verbatim what Brian just said. I'm a fan of new. First of all, we've seen what the Wish class is, and we're not gonna see much different in terms of that. I do love the idea of a mega Disney ship. The Adventure I think it's going to be awesome, but it wasn't like Disney's baby from the beginning like these other ships were. So I think, had Disney had the chance to build a ship like that from scratch, that would probably be where I would go. I am excited to see the Adventure, but no doubt about it, I'm excited for this Meridian class. I'm excited to have, with a sort of a blank slate. I love the size that we're talking about. I have always been a fan of the small ships. I love the small ship cruise experience. And I'm so excited to find out what they're going to do with this. And I hope that they take the best of their Magic class ships, the best of their Dream class ships, the best of their Wish class ships, and they just like merge them all together and just hit a home run with the design of these ships.
The ultimate Frankenstein, Wes.
That's right. Exactly. I can't wait to see what they do with these Meridian class ships.
Wes, I hope you get this reference, but I'm just going to say, let me know if you want to go do karate in the garage, because I think we just became best friends. So yeah.
I think so.
All right, Sam, finish it out.
All right,
Finish it
I
out, Sam.
gotta
What are you
say,
most
I'm
excited?
actually the most excited about the Destiny. I think that with a couple of exceptions, I love new. I love the idea of small ships, so I agree with Brian and Wes on those things. I'm obsessed with Duffy, so I love that Duffy's going to be on the adventure, and I also love Baymax, so I love that Baymax is going to be on the adventure. But I have to say that like this ship speaks to me more than I thought the treasure really spoke to me, and it really, of course, still does. But I have to say that the Destiny speaks to me, I think, more than any ship has spoken to me. And Hero Mini speaks to me in a way that no other hero or no other mini has spoken to me. So I just, yeah, I love everything that's coming out of this ship. I love everything I've seen about this ship. I have a feeling this is going to be my favorite ship.
Wow.
I think it's, I think it's hard to say until you're on it. And of course, I love the shows on the Disney Treasure. And so it's Hercules has got to live up to, Moana and Beauty and the Beast. And that's a tough bar to hit because those two shows are just fantastic. But if any ship can do it, I think that the Destiny can do it. So I'd say this is the one I'm most looking forward to. Unless, Wish Class number 4 has some theming that I like even more, which I don't know if that's even possible.
All right. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to cue a little lightning and the lights flickering and flashing. And as the villain at the end
Wait,
of
hold
this
on, wait.
thing.
We can do this. We'll temporary roll for you there, CT.
Okay. And we will. There's no way I'm letting you guys go without some prognostications tonight.
I love it.
And the Destiny is too far along for us to talk about the Destiny, so we're going to fast forward to the next Wish Class ship, the 4th one that's coming to the fleet at Disney propers. I'm interested. I gave you guys a heads up that it was coming. Sam, go first. What's the prognostication for the next ship that Disney's going to announce?
Okay. I think we're going to see an Encanto stage show. I think that is coming. I think it's coming soon. And so I think this 4th Wish Class ship could be the place where it happens. I also still want a Mushu's Garden restaurant, which is a Mulan themed Chinese restaurant instead of Arendelle and Pride Lands and all the rest. So yeah, those are my two asks of Disney Cruise Line for Wish Class ship number 4. It might still not beat the Destiny in my heart, but those are the two things that I could see. One more I could see coming, the other one I want, right? So the Encanto show is what I see coming. The thing I really want is Mushu's Garden, Mushu's Palace. I don't really care what they call it. Just give me all the Chinese food and Mushu theming.
Perfect. All right, Wes. What do you got? What are you thinking about for the 4th ship?
I can't believe Sam just said those two things because I was saying the opposite. I was saying a Mulan show in the Walt Disney Theater. I think that would fit really well. And, it has great music, has a great storyline. You have great characters, right? And I was thinking Encanto for a main dining restaurant because you have how you have the music. And I was looking back on kind of the Disney films that have really been impactful just in culture and all that stuff. And I feel like Encanto is something that they gotta focus on at some point. I would think. I actually love the idea of a Mulan themed Chinese restaurant. I think that's brilliant, but I can't believe you had those two stories except opposite from what I was gonna say. So
I love that.
That just blows my mind a little bit.
Apparently we're best friends now, Wes.
Yeah,
So
right.
we're pushing
We're all
Brian
best
out of the
friends.
way.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. You can't predict that the world of Marvel is coming. You've done that before. What do you have in store for the 4th ship?
What's new, Brian?
A haunted mansion themed bar might be on board. No,
Okay,
I got you.
funny
I
guy.
got you. I'm prepared.
Someone needs to write Brian some new shtick.
For first, it needs to be named the Disney Imagine. Can we just all agree on this? Or the imagination? Like, for God's sake, it's got to happen.
That's what I've
Imagine.
been hoping since Wish, since you know,
Yes.
Exactly.
one.
I think it could be a Pixar themed ship. I think that could be really fun. I think it'd be interesting if they did an Inside Out stage show. Because I think that's a really popular franchise now. And I think that could be really cool. Or like in some sort of like maybe like Big Hero 6 themed restaurant. Although it's Big Hero 6, I always get this confused. Is Big Hero 6 Pixar or not? No, I don't think it is. I think it's Disney
No,
Animation.
it's technically Marvel,
Yeah.
but it's Disney Animation. Yeah, it was a Marvel story, but
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like what the Pixar themed restaurant might be then that they would put on the ship. I was thinking maybe like they could pull, because Monsters Inc. is Pixar, or am I getting that one wrong too?
It is.
I wonder if they
And
could
they're
pull
doing
like
a
the
Monsters Inc. restaurant on the Adventure, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, like I wonder if they could pull like the sushi thing out from Pixar, that crazy sushi restaurant they have in the first movie. I think that, although it's not broad appeal, so I don't know if they would. But yeah, I'd love to see them do a Pixar themed ship and then have like a stage show from Pixar, like an Inside Out, and then I'm just not sure what to do with the restaurant space. But I think there's probably a Pixar movie out there I'm not thinking of that would make a really great restaurant. So, there's somebody saying Woody's Lunchbox. That would be a good one.
That's crazy. That would be a good one.
An Incredibles theme show. Although I could see like the Incredibles being like a, like an Atrium character or a Stern character or something like that. So
you could have the whole family, Brian. I mean, the family of the Incredibles.
Actually, they'll be the sweet shop on board. That's how they'll work.
Well, but we've got Edna.
They already have Edna
Yeah,
mode. Yeah, it doesn't work. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like some of those predictions. I like them. Actually,
we got to turn this on you.
Yeah, you got to have one.
We need a prediction from you.
I like the imagination one. We all agree on that one. I will throw you two. I think I actually like a Mediterranean Greek restaurant. Go the distance, and it's easy to put the face character of Hercules in there, or Phil coaching the kids through how to be their best version of themselves. I love that idea. Yeah. I also, that one's easy to lend a second night to, right? So you can always do a second night that's a Hercules night. And then the last prediction I have for that ship is it's going to replace the Wish. It's going to go in the Wish's spot.
Oh,
in the queue and be the 3 to 4 night moneymaker. And we'll see the Wish get its dry dock and do something else. Maybe it's the Galveston ship. Maybe it's another ship and just out of Port Canaveral. I don't know. But I think it will take the Wish's place as the newest Wish class.
There's some really great stuff going on in the chat. I love this idea of a Ratatouille themed restaurant. I think that could be so fun. I mean, they've got
like Remy.
Well, but like no, but like have a stage, like have it do the Pride Lands or the Frozen restaurant and have it be Ratatouille. I think that could be so much fun. And then somebody was mentioning Stitch.
It could have a Hawaiian themed.
Oh, I've been looking for a luau on board for a while now. I think that would be really
Lilo
incredible.
and Stitch themed. Yeah.
Can we agree that Stitch is underused across the fleet, other than when he shows up for a meet and greet and the line blows up?
Yeah.
Right, like it's the only like theme park line on a ship.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll give you the stage show that would bring down the house and have people booking cruises left and right. Muppets. Do a Muppet show on the new ship.
Yes.
People would lose their minds for it.
I love that.
So.
The problem is that you need Muppeteers. You can't just use any old puppeteers. So,
I think a Finding Nemo seafood restaurant is a little like
it's a little
dark.
It's a great
taboo.
one, but then I was like, oh, that's a really great idea.
Yeah,
Except
it's a
for
little
you're explaining to your kid how you're eating.
You're eating Nemo.
Instead of bread service, they just bring out a bowl of goldfish crackers. Yeah.
You pick your fish from the tank? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Can we close the show out? I do want to prognosticate, because we're going to find out in probably a few days to at latest a week who the godparent is going to be for this ship.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go around the horn here and see like what people think they're going to do as far as a godparent. And CT, I'm going to pick on you and start with you first.
Listen, I'm in charge tonight. We're all going to go around and talk about a godmother or godfather, and I'm going to start with it. So if Disney, I would love to see Disney. So I'm going to do a heartstring one and one that's a funny one. I would love to see Disney do a veteran one. They've got a lot
Mm.
of they do a lot for veterans, and they've really been doing some neat things. I think it would be cool. Either they're veterans that are cast members, but they did cast members recently, and with Veterans Day around the corner, I'm going to throw a
Oh, it's
veterans
the
one in
day
there.
before CT. It's the day before Veterans Day. That's the christening. So that actually would be kind of brilliant if they did
Or
that.
Wounded Warriors in general, right? Like there's
Yeah.
some neat opportunities there. If not, I could also see Disney doing DVC members in order to drive up DVC sales. So those are my two
That's
guesses.
actually hilarious.
Those are my two guesses.
I love that you
But
mentioned
we
the
would
heart-
all be godfathers and godmothers then
Yes,
Yeah,
for a
exactly.
Disney ship after that.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned the heartstringing one because I've been telling Sam like this is a heroes and villains theme ship. I feel like they'll lean into the heroes in some way, and then I'm like, they can go one of two ways. They can pick a group of real world heroes or a real world hero, like
Yep.
Sully Sullenberger is the godparent of this ship, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
The guy who landed the plane in the
But let's
Hudson.
but let's agree it's probably a group, right? It's not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's not. They've done groups for the ships in this class. It'll be another group. Police officers and firefighters is another great one, right? Like,
Yeah. Taryn mentioned
um,
first responders, maybe.
Just first
Yeah.
responders. I
yeah.
think they'll
Yeah.
do it broader than that. I think veterans or wounded warriors would be a really smart pick, but I think if they do a first responder one, they'll do it as first responders. They're not going to just single out police officers and firefighters because they'll want to do like frontline medical personnel and stuff. So I was going to say
Yeah.
the Avengers. I actually think that the Avengers, like as a group, and they could have some representative actors as like the representatives of the Avengers. So if they were gonna pick like some kind of character group, right? Like that's not necessarily just a much larger group that's what they could pick. But I hadn't thought about the idea of veterans or wounded warriors, but I think that would be, or Gold Star families actually could be a one that they do, something like that as a nod to real life heroes. So yeah, I think those all could be I think those are all great predictions actually. Wes,
What's your
Karen's saying that they just mentioned they were going to announce something special for veterans. So maybe, yeah. Wes, yeah.
I hadn't given a whole lot of thought either, but my mind immediately went to Hercules, and so I was gonna say Susan Egan as the godmother for the Disney Destiny. But I tend to agree it's probably gonna be a group. So I think I love both of your ideas. Scott Sanders on X said honoring Chadwick Boseman's legacy and choosing his wife would be a nice touch. I think that's speaking of heartstrings, that'd be a cool way to go.
Yeah.
But my initial thought when I went right to Hercules, I was like, Susan Egan, she's kind of a Disney rock star, right? So I think she'd be a great pick.
I'll tell you, I agree with all the group ones. The individual one that would just blow my mind would be like Robert Downey Jr.
I mean, people have said Angela Bassett in the chat. Like there are, like, I do think that there are individuals from the Marvel universe. I think from, Black Panther or Avengers, like that would be as individuals likely candidates. But I think you're right that they're going to go for heartstrings, and they're more likely to go for a group than to an individual actor or actress. But I love Susan Egan. I mean, she's Megara, she's Belle, right? Like she's a Disney legend, right? Like I'm
just saying, put
Brian,
Robert Downey Jr. up in the Tower Suite. It is the Stark Tower Suite for sailing. And Sam, I'm sorry, you'll be sailing alone after that because they're going to have to they're going to arrest me for trying to or Robert Downey Jr. Be like, can I be your best friend, please?
Anybody want to take betting odds on Bob Chapek? Nobody.
It is a villain's themed ship.
Yeah, not if the people working on the adventure have anything to do with the decision making.
Somebody really early on said, since it's got a villain's theme to it, shouldn't they just make the Disney executives the godparents? Oh my gosh. Well,
hilarious.
Wes, CT, as always, it's been a blast. It's great to see both of you. It's been a little while since we've had a chance to chat with both of you, and so it's great having you on. Let me give you each a chance to kind of plug your various things here. CT, let me start with you as our guest co-host or our guest host this evening. Where can people find and follow along with all of your fun prognostications?
I need to get back on a good rhythm. It's just work has been crazy over the last since the new administration. It's just been incredibly hectic. But you'll find me on the Substack, and to be quite honest, there's a lot of synapses firing from our talk tonight that have me picking up
I love it.
some different articles. And we'll just tease right now. Sometime here in the next couple of weeks, you'll see an article with some predictions of what the next mini is going to be
Yes, the
Ooh.
next
for that
mini.
fourth ship. So there's a good tease for the fans there. I'm on Tinfoil Mouse Ears on most of the socials. I don't talk or tick, but I have Instagram that I'm still learning, and X, and on Threads quite a bit. So those are safe spots. The Tinfoil Mouse Ears or Tin Foil M Ears is where you can find me on those. And then in the best Substack in the DCL community, which is over at the DCL Duo Substack. So
Wes.
Awesome.
Yeah, first, Brian and Sam, let me just say thanks for having me on. It's always a blast talking to you guys. It just comes so naturally, and it's so easy, and just being able to chat about our shared passions is a lot of fun. So I appreciate you inviting me on. You can find my podcast anywhere you find podcasts. It's the DCL Dude podcast. On social media, I'm most active on Instagram at the DCL Dude. I'll post occasionally on X, but I'm not too active over there. But yeah, thanks for having me on and letting me plug that. But
And Wes, when are you on the ship?
So I'll be on a preview the 16th to the 19th, and it actually worked out really well because then I'm doing the maiden the 20th to the 24th. So I'm effectively getting seven consecutive nights right out the gate. So I'm
nice. You just get
it'll
off.
be good. Yeah.
So we'll see you on the maiden.
Yeah.
That's
I'm looking forward to it.
fantastic.
Yeah, fine. We got to
We'll
be sure
find
to
you.
get together on.
Yeah.
I know,
on that
because
cruise,
Brian and I have each met you
Right.
individually and separately and taken picture with
funny
you,
how it's
but
worked
not,
out that way.
but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the three of us. The three of us
Yeah.
have never been in the same place, and that
Right.
there's something about Batman in there. But we'll keep it at that. But we'll definitely have to find time to
For
get a
sure,
drink.
yeah.
Maybe in the Sanctum bar. I don't know.
Works
Or
for me.
maybe
That
the
sounds good
Casting
to me.
Cabin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, for everyone out there watching, listening after the fact, we will not be live next Monday because we will be on board the Destiny ourselves. We have
You should be watching the christening next week anyway.
Yes,
for
you
those
should.
listening.
And we'll be bringing you lots of coverage. If you are not subscribed to our Instagram, that's where we'll primarily be pushing out photos, videos, stories of the new ship as we get a chance to experience it. And I will tell you, there are some special things planned on the cruise along the way that we've been invited to participate in. So we can't wait to bring those stories to you as well. We will be back on Friday, November 15th, I believe is 15th or the 15th. Yeah, we get off on the 10th to the 13th, the 14th, Friday, November 14th. We will be back live to share with you all the things from the preview cruise and our experiences. Because Disney is hosting us on that cruise, we will treat it a bit like an unboxing video, so to speak, just to talk you through the facts. And we will reserve our full review for our paid cruise when Disney's not shepherding us through every experience. So we will save the full review for the maiden voyage and the Thanksgiving cruise. But back on Friday night, February 14th.
November 14th.
Sorry, God, February. I didn't say February.
Got Valentine's Day on the mind.
Friday night,
November 14th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m.
Well,
Eastern.
the time may adjust. So watch
Okay.
for the time. But Friday, November 14th, we will be back live somewhere around 5 or 5:30 in the evening to do our live recap of the christening and the christening cruise, the christening preview cruise. After that, we will be dark again for quite a while, actually. We have only one live show planned in December. We're going to take a bit of a break to clear some of our backlog of recorded shows, and then we will come back after the new year to go live again. We do have one live show planned in December with our friends Haley and Drew, who are coming on to talk about, I'm trying to remember what cruise they're taking. It's a treasure
They're
sailing?
doing No, they're doing oh gosh, I don't remember now.
Oh,
Sorry.
there we go.
I can't remember. It's a Christmas. It's a maritime cruise. So we'll have
Yeah.
some maritime coverage coming out. We'll do a couple. We'll be back fully live again. At pretty much every week starting in January. But we'll have, of course, plenty of recorded
Oh,
episodes to
actually,
keep you.
I lied. We have one other live show planned. This is tentative, subject to the guest's availability, and this is a guest who travels a lot, but we want to put it out there because we will have him on eventually. We are planning, hopefully, fingers crossed and positive vibes, that Lou Mangello will be joining us on November 17th for a live show. So,
Oh, yes, from WDW News Radio podcast.
yes,
Absolutely. That's right.
yes,
So hopefully
yes.
November 17th. Otherwise, we'll still be back on November 17th because we'll have so much Destiny stuff to report on. So anyway, with that, we'll just say thank you to all of you watching live. We know we've had a big audience tonight live, so we very much appreciate you watching us here on YouTube. Don't forget to like this episode and to subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't already. And as Brian always tells us, the best way you can support the show is if you haven't left a review on Apple Podcasts, leave us those 5 stars. And if you write a written review, we will read it at the top of one of our recorded regular episodes. And with that, we will say thank you to CT. Thank you to Wes. Thank you to my co-host and producer,
Yes.
Brian. And good night, everyone.
Thanks,
I'll
guys.
meet my